Now, I'm not quite fully prepared to be going live here, but I just decided I'm gonna just do it. I don't know why I keep talking myself out of it every day, but yeah, I've got Alvaro's books up here, kind of waiting, hanging out. But today, I'm going to show you the completed pages that I've got done. And let me... And then we're going to do some lamination. I already, and I'm going to have to prepare these a little bit. Kind of want to see, let's see, I'll set these right here. Laminator that we're going to be using is this guy right here. Oh, that's perfect. I wanted to make sure that there was going to be enough space, and there is. Great. So this is the Scotch laminator, and I'm going to go ahead and plug it in. And power button's on the side here. So I'm going to turn that on, and we're going to get that going. I do have to prepare some of these pages for lamination. Let me see if I can sit down while we're doing this. I'm glad that it's a lot more like out. I've got more that we can see here. All right, so the first step, yeah, is turning your laminator on. So we're going to be using the Scotch thermal laminator to be laminating some pages when I've got quite a few that I want to do here. These are the pouches that we're going to be using, Scotch thermal laminating pouches. There's 100. It was like 25 bucks or something like that. And I'm going to just go ahead and laminate the pictures that I showed last month that we had completed. I can hear this thing like heating up. So that's our laminator. Actually, I have 2 laminators now. This one just goes up to 10, I believe. And the other one that I have goes up to 13, which I have quite a few bigger pictures that I've colored, so that was nice. Oh, I opened the window, but I forgot to open the door. So we're letting that warm up, and then it'll show once it's ready. See, it's a Scotch laminator. Hello, 3SPM. I'm just doing a completed pages and a laminating video. Not going to do any coloring. Get this door open here. Yeah, we're not going to do any coloring because I just woke up from my second nap and I don't feel like it. Plus, I had picked out the colors and I was using them on another page and I didn't like it. That's actually what has thrown me into this little my coloringless funk right now. As I picked those colors and they didn't look good. Is it ready? It's ready. See, the light came on to tell me it's ready. So, the first page. Now, last time I did laminating on my page, on my channel, I put the laminating pages down on the table, and I do have a cat, and that was the wrong idea, so we're not going to do that again. But we can go ahead. I love this exploded view. It's great. And I think I only have like maybe 70 sheets left of this, so I want to be a little conservative. Let's see. So these are what the laminating sheets look like. You gotta be really careful not to have them touch anything, because then they'll just pick it up. See, there's already hair on these. I don't understand. And then so all that's going to get laminated. Anything that's on that piece of paper is going to get into the lamination. So this one looks okay. So what you want to do is you want to find the opening, and then you get your colored page and you stick it in there. I don't stick it all the way up to the top because I had one crinkle on me and I don't want that to happen again. This is the page that I'm laminating. You want it to be in there fairly straight. You can still straighten up the edges, of course, but I've got my scissors ready. So let's push this aside here and get our laminator into the frame here. Trying to figure out how to keep all this stuff in the same spot. And do this efficiently. Okay, so we'll move this guy into the forefront. Now on the laminator, hopefully that you can see these, there's these divots right here. I wonder, it's like, I think the light's good, but I'll show you with using my cell phone thing. You can see this little divot right here. And then on the other side, there's another one right here. This is hot now. Hi, Avery. I am laminating some pictures that I've colored. And I'm showing people how easy it is. I remember before I got the laminator, I had no idea how to do it, and I didn't know how easy it was. And I just kind of took the plunge. So you want to line up the page in between those two. I usually stand up when I do this. In between those two, and just push it in until you feel the laminator grab hold of it, which it has done. I love this process. And it's so easy, and it makes the colors, like, I don't know, it feels like it makes the colors 100 times more vibrant. I love it. I love laminating color pages. And then what I do with them is I just put tape on the back and they go up on the wall. You got to make sure before you laminate your pages that you're done coloring them, because what's there, that's that. You can't unlaminate. Once you've laminated, it's done. So this one's done, and it is hot. And look, we've got that nice shiny picture that I can put tape on the back of. Now, I'm not worried. This one, it looks like it kind of, look at that. It looks like it kind of crinkled up, but it didn't. It's perfectly flat. That's a little scary. All right, so that's our first page laminated. I'm going to set that over here. The next page, I'm just going to bring this in here. Get our piece of thermal paper here. Open it up at the bottom. And then get your colored page. Pop that in there. Like I said, I don't put it right up to the top because actually the first picture that I'd ever laminated that I colored, it like crinkled it up. It was just a mandala that I didn't really care about, but still you spend so much time coloring, you don't want to mess anything up. I didn't say this the first one that I did. You put the seam side, the closed side, into the laminator, not the side that's open. I don't know what will happen if you put the side that is open in, and I don't want to find out. I researched laminating machines like nobody's business before I settled on this one. And this one had some bad reviews too, but it is a Scotch product. So I figured worst case, I'd return it. But like somebody talked about, they put their birth certificate through and it ate it and they couldn't get it out. And like you see this big release button right here. So that's if something gets jammed in there. So it was a little scary taking the plunge to, you know, put a page that I'd worked hours on through the laminator and hoping that nothing would happen. So here we've got our second page laminated, and you can see that there's, you know, some excess, and you can just cut that off. We won't do that now, but all right, moving right along. I'm going to go ahead and pull another sleeve out. Try to pull one out at a time so they don't get icky-fied. And then find that seam at the end there. Open that up. Get your next page, which I actually need to. This is the next page that we're going to laminate. And I do need to cut off on the side here this little perforation. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. The past couple of days I've taken off work, and every single day I thought, oh, I'm going to live stream. And then I just haven't done it because like I'm not prepared, or I don't know, I just keep talking myself out of it. So today I thought I'm just going to do it. I'm not going to talk myself out of it. I know I like live streaming. I know I like getting things done. I've been meaning to laminate these pages for a very long time now. I just haven't done it. So you put that in there. Line it up in between those two divots, and the machine will do the rest. And it doesn't take that long, as you can see. I'm going to go ahead and start preparing my next page here while that one's thinking. A series of mandalas that I've been coloring. When I get those laminated. And I'm not going to worry about with these mandalas if they're cut into perfect circles or whatever, because I plan on putting them up on the walls in such a way that they overlap each other. There's that one. It came out beautiful. It does seem like there's a little bit of rippling, which makes me nervous, but they're coming out really well. Be careful with that. So I don't think this is one of the mandalas that I completed. I don't know that I've shown this on the page yet. I'm not going to laminate that one just yet. Here's another one that I completed back in May, I believe. Can't remember if I've shown this one or not. I definitely want to laminate this one though, because it's extremely beautiful. I think I'm just gonna cut a square. Like I keep trying to cut these in circles and it's not working out so great. So just gonna cut this one in a square shape. I really like the way that I colored this one too. So I got to figure out on the picture that we were, let's see, does that look good? Yeah. On the picture that we were coloring, I have to figure out what colors of pink I'm going to use. Because like I said, the ones that I chose, I did not like at all. Okay, I'm going to try to pull one sheet out here. Okay. Pop that in there like so. Could have done a better cutting job on that. But I think it's okay. Like I said, these are going to be going overlapping on the wall. So they just kind of cover the whole thing. I've been doing a lot of mandalas because of that book that I'm trying to finish. It's got 100 mandalas in it. And I'm in a full book challenge in a Facebook coloring group that I'm in. So I've been coloring a lot of mandalas. You can see you don't really need to like do much. You just stick it in there and let the machine do its thing. Okay. And that one's done. Got a lot of excess to cut off on that one. Okay, next mandala. I wish that I had smaller pieces of thermal paper for these mandalas, because they are, the way that I've cut them, they're smaller. I'm not really so concerned about the placement of these because they are circular, so. Got one more of those, and then the other one I don't think I really want to laminate just yet. We'll see that guy. It is a boring process. It's not very exciting to look at, right? But I think it's a really good way to preserve our completed coloring pages. I think it's a really good way to do that. It locks all those colors in. It locks the glitter in, so you're not going to be getting that all over. And it's so easy to just put tape on the back of them and pop it up on the wall. Okay. Open this one up. The process does get a little bit easier as you go along with it. I don't know that I've shown this completed mandala on the page yet. I had a thought to, once I do have this whole entire book completed, that I'll do a 100-page, 100 mandalas coloring update kind of thing. So basically, yeah, I'm going to show the completed page and then laminate it. They're coming out really well, too. The lamination really brings out the glitter. I like it a lot. It brings out all of the colors. I love it. I saw, I think it's Emily the Illustrator, that she was showing her completed pages and they were really shiny. And I asked her, like, how, so beautiful. And she told me that she laminated her pages. And I thought, oh my God, I'm going to start doing that. So here's this one. I think I'm going to go ahead and, I don't really like the corners of that, so I'm going to go ahead and round it out. There's a one mandala coloring book that I've seen that they're already in the round. And I like that a lot. Although I don't know that I'm going to want to be coloring any more mandalas after I finish this challenge. I might just be sick of them. Kind of even up this edge over here. Like I said, I don't really care if these are perfect because they're probably going to be overlapping each other on the wall eventually by the time I get them all done. Oops. Okay. So that's a mandala that I haven't shown anybody yet. That's been completed. Let me get this one. Yeah, so I knew if I sat here and did cutting them out and getting them ready for lamination that I would probably end up talking myself out of doing the stream. So I just thought, you know what? I'll just do it on it. Just do it off to the side. And hopefully everything's coming out nice and clear. I only have one bar right now, so yeah, there's that mandala. I don't really use a lot of oranges, so I liked the way that this one came out quite a bit actually. The next one that we're going to laminate, this is blue, which is one of my favorite colors. So I tend to use it quite a bit. Open that up. Pop that in there. Okay. The next one's already cut out for me, so that's good. I don't think I'm going to laminate this one, but I'll cut it out just in case. Like when you're coloring 100 mandalas, some of them you don't really care about. The one that I'm preparing right now is kind of like that, so I'm not going to worry about laminating that one, but I'll show it to you guys still. Because I did color it. These are the changer inks of the gel pens that I had. And as a standalone mandala, it's fine. I like doing the monochromatic stuff a lot though. This is I think like 4 different shades of blue and then black with that one. Okay, the next one that we're going to laminate is this beautiful one. I used so many colors in this that I don't normally use, so the whole time I was coloring it, I was not sure if it was going to be working out, and then I really liked it at the end. I really liked how it turned out. I liked it a lot, actually. It's super colorful. Okay, we'll get that laminated. And then I did do a color along with another coloring content creator here on YouTube. Once I get this video all set and uploaded, I will go ahead and put her information in the description to her channel, because we both colored the same page. We buddy colored a page together. And both of ours came out really, really nice. So there's that one. You see how easy this process is of laminating? I mean, it is like busy work. I love this mandala that I colored. I think the more I color, like the more you find like what you like, what colors you gravitate towards. And I am definitely a pink and blue kind of gal. I love those two colors together. And throw a little bit of silver or black in there. Thread that through. Okay. I have so many mandalas. Oh my gosh. This is why I've been putting it off. I didn't want to cut these out. I didn't want to take the time to laminate them. I love them all so much though, and they're all really different from each other. I really like that. It's like watching paint dry. And then obviously, like we've discussed, I've got quite a bit of excess that I'll have to trim up before I put those up on the wall. Here's the next one. This is when I was going through my trying to get a Chinese mandala kind of coloring. So that's that one. That's actually probably this one, and the black and red and gray one are my favorites of the Chinese vibe that I was going for. I think I finally achieved it with this, so like I'm not feeling like doing that much anymore, those color palettes, but okay. And I've been feeling kind of springy too, so some of the colors that I've been doing are, you can tell, was back in April. This next one that I'm going to do is, I think, finished about the end of April. Thank you guys for tuning in. I know this probably isn't the most exciting stream, and you've seen one picture laminated, you've seen them all, but I'm combining it with showing off, you know, my completed pages while also laminating them. So that's what we're doing. No, it's not the traditional format. This is the spring kind of one. Again, there's my blue and pink color combo that I love so much, with a little bit of black in there. Can't go wrong. Okay. We are clipping along. I'm trying to open the wrong side. These can get a little finicky, I guess you could say. And they do like kind of suck to the page. So once you get the page in there, it's a little hard to maneuver it around, but okay. And then I've got one more mandala left. cut out and laminate. This was another one that I was trying to was inspired by a Chinese color palette. Okay, I think that's the last one that I've, oh no, I still got two more. Oh my god, you guys would not believe how many mandalas I have. I'm not gonna laminate them all right now. Here's this guy right here. I love the way this one turned out. I always, like, when I first started coloring mandalas, I was just using it as like kind of relaxation and as a break in between like the real pages I wanted to color. And then I got a friend, Crystal is her name, and she colors mandalas, and gosh, the stuff that she does with them is honestly amazing. Like, I don't even know how she does half the stuff that she does. But I'm learning a lot from her, like putting black in certain areas to kind of give definition and dimension to designs, and just kind of looking at the mandala before I just start coloring it. I already knew to just pick, you know, a palette of less than 5 colors. Usually I choose like 3 to 5 colors when I'm coloring a mandala and just stick with it. But some of the stuff that she's output has been really, really amazing to see. So I've gotten a lot of inspiration from watching her coloring her mandalas. Okay. This one is the buddy color that we did. I don't think, let me see something here. Yeah, I'm going to have to, this is the buddy color that we did. Hishigi, I think is her name. This is the mermaid from Enchanted Earth. And I'm not going to be able to laminate this one because I have to use my bigger laminator. I had a lot of fun coloring this. This was a really fun page to color. I think that's what the back looks like because I used marker for the background. But like I said, I won't be able to laminate this because I don't have my big laminator out. But that's the picture that Hishigi and I colored together. And also Sherry. My friend Sherry was in on that buddy color. And like I said, I will link up to Hishigi's YouTube coloring channel so you can see her version. This one I colored a couple months back on the live stream. It's from Yvonne Mistra. It's called Strange Fashion. And I wanted to laminate this one because I've got a spot to put it. So I wanted to get that one laminated. See how it kind of grabs onto the paper, so you really want to make sure you got it in there how you want it in there. I don't want mine that far away from the top. I'm going to try to push it up a little. There we go. Okay. Again, line it up between those two indents and just feed it in, and the laminator will take it over after that. I got 2 more mandalas that I want to laminate. I've got like 20 more that need to be laminated, but we're not gonna we don't have to do that on camera, right? And I've already shown you guys those completed anyway, so. The next one, I've got a portrait wall in the bathroom. So all the portraits that I've colored, I put up on this wall. And I knew that I had a couple portraits that I hadn't laminated yet. Not many. I definitely want to do more of them. I don't know why I always want to color portraits on the live stream though. So it's like I don't want to just color one for myself. Okay, so that one's done. Hello, marker TPOT. I don't know why that was so hard to say. But this is from Yvonne Mistra, Strange Fashion. You can get all of these books that these pages are from on Amazon. So that's that one laminated. And now this one, it's actually already in a laminating sleeve, but I don't know if there's stuff on it or not because I've been using this to store them all. And I am really proud of this page, so I don't want to laminate it in something bad. I already got my spot picked out for this. Looks like there are things. What is that? I'm going to pull out a fresh sheet because I don't want to ruin that page. Because I really, really like it. Pulled out two on accident. That's okay. You said it right, don't worry. I mean, it's not that hard of a name, right? It's just those letters together are confusing me, apparently. All right. Kind of fumbling around with this one, aren't I? That's because I care about it so much. Okay, I want to make sure there's not anything stuck in there. Because like I said, I really, really like this page. I'm going to go ahead and laminate it and quit messing around with it. Everyone normally gets it wrong, but you got it right. Congrats. The other people are probably trying to say it too fast, right? They're trying to rush through it. I'm not much of a rusher. It's not that much in my nature. Yes, so we are using the Scotch laminator. Look at how like beautiful that brings the colors out. It makes me so excited. This is one of my funnest things to do is laminate my completed coloring pages. I just hope that it never happens where something messes up and it jams and it eats my coloring page. I would be so upset. I worked really hard on this one too. Like I started it and then I did all the pink first. That's so pretty. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I did all the pink first, and then I did her hair, and then I did her skin, and then I didn't color anymore on it for like 6 months. I set it aside. It's like I don't want anything more to do with this. It kind of reminds me of this one, of the mermaid through Enchanted Earth, but this is a mermaid book too. So we've got that laminated. Now I've got 2 more mandalas to get done. And then this is the one that this is the most recent one I just completed. I'm trying to like, I don't know, use different colors in ways that is a little unexpected, like putting that little Just that little bit of yellow in there. Trying to kind of find that perfect color scheme for a mandala. I don't know that I've reached it yet, but I like that one too. The next one that we're going to laminate is this one. That's the other one that I finished. Like, I'm using yellow as kind of like an accent color. And I have several other mandalas that need to be laminated as well. Which I don't know. They're already all cut out, so maybe we'll do a couple of those. Mainly I wanted to show the pictures that I have done. Thank you, Marker. I appreciate that a lot. Do you color mandalas too? Okay, that one's done. I'm excited to get the project done of actually getting these up on the wall. And my goal is to have like no wall space showing. Now, I do live full-time in an RV, so I have a lot less wall space than most people to cover. So I think I might actually be able to obtain my crazy vision. I was thinking about putting the mandalas all along the ceiling. No, you've never heard of them? Okay. I think they're like, I mean, where mandalas, I'm not exactly sure where they originated. Probably China or India. But you can watch documentaries of monks if you're so inclined, and they will be working on mandalas. They make like sand mandalas out of colored sand, and they do these huge elaborate designs, and then they just like blow it all away. It's a meditation technique. So the mandalas are pretty big in the coloring world. Some people love coloring them, and some people are like, I would not waste my pencils on those. I like coloring mandalas a lot. I have a lot of fun with it. I'm trying to do different techniques with them and whatnot. So I do have a lot of them. These are all of the ones that I have to laminate. Just give you guys an idea of how many I have to laminate. So this is a gold one that I did out of just gold and black. Yeah, I would Google like Google monk sand mandala. Maybe some crazy stuff might pop up, but I think, yeah, Google monk sand mandala, and I bet a bunch of cool stuff will pop up. And then I've got to laminate this one, this pretty purple one. I have so many that I've got to laminate. Oh, I love that one, that pink. You will do now, be right back. Cool. I've not ever actually Googled that term, but I'm sure it's going to be super cool now. I have to do it to see what comes up. They're like usually in like some cave, and I don't know. It's just so cool. And they work on it so long. Buddhist sand mandala, but monk sand mandala will get you. And then if you go to images, they're so cool. Like how, I don't even know how. Wow, that just Googling that gives me tons of coloring inspiration. Those are some intricate mandalas. So yeah, you get an idea of mandalas and what a big like world that is. It's quite a thing. And these are all the ones that I still have to laminate. I'll just show them to you. They're from India. Okay. Yeah, I know Hindus are really big on mandalas as well. I like that one a lot. That one's pretty. I like how most of these turned out. I was like every single one I was trying something different to get a different. I really like that one a lot. It's funny, Crystal, the friend that I was talking about, she has the same book that I have, and she did not see me color this. I'd already colored it, and she colored it and used almost the exact same colors. It was so cool. That's one of my favorites that I've ever done. I live in the United States, and there's the last one that I've got to laminate. So many. And then I've got this one, and this one. Those are all the pages I still have to laminate. But again, that's going to be for another day because we just laminated a bunch of stuff. I'll stick all these. I had these in a laminating sheet to try to kind of protect them. So let's power off our laminator. Yeah, I live in the United States. I'm currently outside of Cincinnati, Ohio. Let me unplug the laminator. And I hadn't, ooh, it's hot. I am so stoked that we got all that done. Like, we just laminated so much stuff. We laminated that. I'm the complete opposite. You can probably guess. Lovely tea. Does that mean you're British? Because of the tea? Or from what I was just talking about, probably. Okay, so here's the mandalas. And then here's the people, which I didn't laminate that many people this time around. I'm just going to kind of divvy these out, and then I can put them on the walls. Yes, you're British. That's great. I was just thinking, my boyfriend has a property up in Vermont that he's maybe selling, maybe not. And I always think, well, if the house ever sells and we've got, $100,000 just laying around, then I definitely want to travel. And I've always wanted to go to Greece and Germany. I know none of that's British, but I've definitely always wanted to travel over there. I'm just showing all of the things that we just laminated. That's an abstract from Angela Porter that I did. And then there's a living room scene. I had a lot of fun coloring that. If you come to America, I would recommend, and then that's the last thing that we laminated. I would recommend going to the entire state of New Mexico. Just the entire state, but stay away from Albuquerque. And Arizona. Those are both desert states, and Nevada is pretty cool too. Las Vegas is always fun, and it's kind of probably an iconic American thing. I think we always want what's on the other side, right? That we kind of build things up to where it's like, oh, I want to go to London so bad. And people that live in London are like, it rains every single day. You do not want to come here. No, I don't know if that's true or not, but I remember the first time I went to New York City back in the mid-90s, and I felt like I just walked into a movie set. Like, it was so insane. Like, New York City lived up exactly to how it was portrayed in the movies. And like gobsmacked because of that. I couldn't believe it. Is it good? The weather is wild near us. Normally it is sunny one day and the next is like a snowstorm. Ugh. That sounds like Cincinnati, where I'm at right now. I live full time in an RV, so I don't know what that would look like trying to do that in Europe, but I'm sure there's plenty of RV parks and whatever. But in the States, there's quite a few RV parks, so I go where the weather is nice and it's okay that you're living in a tin box, basically. You want to be where it's mild. And I haven't seen snow, thank goodness, in a year or two. Actually, probably about 2 years. But yeah, so that's all our completed pages. And like I said, again, this is that mermaid that Hishigi and I colored together, and I'll put a link in the description to her channel. Please check it out. She and I are actually planning a live buddy color along for next month if I can get my shit together, because I'm coloring like so many different things right now. The one thing that we're working on in the live stream is we're coloring this. And the next step is to color all of these flowers, the other flowers that are left over, and we're going to color them all pink. And I had picked out the colors that I thought I wanted to use, and then I did not like the way that they looked. All your stuffs are so pretty. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I mean, why else would I have a coloring channel if I don't want people to tell me they like my stuff, right? That's why we do this. I don't pretend to think that I'm like some grand colorist or something. But I have been doing it for a couple of years, for about 4 years now. So I hope I've learned a couple of things. This is the other mandala that I'm working on right now. Trying to finish. And then I'm kind of embarrassed to show this. I don't know why I'm doing this. Maybe to kind of hold myself accountable. The pink that I had picked out for those flowers, I started working because I wanted to see how these pink colors that I picked out was going to look. Let's take all this stuff away. And I started working in this book by Leela, what's her name? Leela Dooley. I started working in that book because I wanted to check this color combo out, and I thought it was looking really good, and it was dark when I was coloring, and then when I went back to look at it, I was like, oh my god, that's really bad. This is what I was working on. I don't know, it doesn't look that bad on camera, but if you look at it up close, it's pretty bad. So after I did that, I was like, I'm done. I don't want to color. So it's funny how these are the color combos from the Brutferners that, like I said, I wanted to use that pink on this. I don't know. It's not as bad when I look at it again, but there's definitely a lot of work that needs to be done with smoothing that out. And I thought it was going to be like some quick picture that was going to get done quickly, but I wanted to do it justice, and I'm not, so I just kind of nipped it in the bud. But those are 3 pages that I'm working on. I'm also working on this, which is a buddy color with Sherry from Angela Porter's Whimsical Houses. What happened to me with this one is it was next to the window, And sometimes water collects on the tops of our slide outs on the RV, and then a wind will come by and knock it off, and that's what happened. And the water came and it splooshed my page. You can tell a lot from the back, like all of that got water on it. So I got upset and I put this one aside, but it's almost done. I need to get cracking on that. It's better than what you can do. Well, I bet if you start practicing, then you will be in the same boat as me. Here's another one, another work in progress that I'm working on, a mandala. It's almost finished, but I kind of petered out with that one as well. Another mandala that I was working on. These ones are kind of like all off to the side now. And then I was working on this piece. You are inspiring me to buy a coloring book, rip out a page, color, and stick it on my wall. Do it, do it, do it. It's so much fun. I do have to caution you, though, that when you buy one coloring book, before you know it, you're going to have 500. No, I'm kidding. That's an extreme. But I literally bought one coloring book. One. I bought Mythomorphia by Kirby Rozans. Thank you for tuning in, Marker. And after that, I don't know, it's like 4 years later, and I literally probably have close to 300 to 400 coloring books. So just be careful. It's an addictive hobby. But yeah, so those are the work in progresses. You're addicted to coloring books already? Yeah, so you know what you get yourself into. Yeah, I'm a little bit more inspired to color this. I was kind of stuck on what I wanted to color, the mushrooms, but I like the way it's coming out. Bye. I hope you have a nice time as well. Thank you, everybody, for joining me, and I'm going to go ahead and close it up because that's all we were doing was laminating and showing off completed coloring pages. So we did that. I can't believe it took an hour. I'm always like, oh, I'm just going to do a quick little stream, and then an hour later. Thanks. Bye, Marker. Hopefully you'll catch me on the next time that I go live. Thank you to everybody for stopping in. And if you want a link to the laminator and the laminating pages, let me know. It's one that I found is really good. I haven't had any problems with it, and that's important, reading the reviews to see what you can expect. Yeah. With that, I'll go ahead and say goodbye. And again, thank you all for joining me. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you. Happy coloring, everybody.